Hey twins, what's happening twins? I hope all is well with you all. It looks worse than what it is. What it is. All right, y'all. So if you'd like a personal reading, you can contact me at librawoman77@yahoo.com. Also, we're starting a self-empowerment group. It's a real small group. If you're interested in, reading some articles, 3 or 4 of us on a teleconference line, email me and put in the subtitle self-empowerment group, okay? So, Geminis, what is going on with y'all twins? Well, I see you resisting some type of temptation. You're resisting the temptation of some type of toxic situation. Some of you could have been dealing with an earth sign, a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, or I see an air sign here, potentially a Libra, Aquarius, or another Gemini. Anyway, this situation was so toxic that it turned your hair gray, had you up at night, and it just made you feel bad about yourself. In one way, you felt good, but in another way, you felt bad, and it just kind of kept you in your head. And not only was your hair turning gray, and you were in your head with all these anxiety thoughts, but you in the bed by yourself at night. See, my thing is, if I'm going to be investing some time and effort and energy in the day, you know what I'm saying, towards someone, then I'm sure in the heck am not expecting to be at home in the bed by myself at night. So, Geminis, you guys was tired of being in the bed at home at night and investing all that time, effort, and energy in this situation that just was not going anywhere. So you was like, no, I'm good. I'm good. So, Geminis, it looks like for the month of November, you're going to be resisting the temptation of a toxic relationship because you know that investing in this situation in the day results in you being alone with your hair turning gray, with your grandma draws on, and the grandma looking bedspread and all crazy, and and you by yourself. So it's like, you know what? I'm good. I'm good. So the devil reverse talks about leaving toxicity, leaving, walking away from codependency. Also, it talks about guilt too, like releasing guilt as well. Some of you could have been tied to a situation because of guilt. So the devil also reverse could talk about some of you are moving out of maybe the usage of drugs or alcohol or some type of entrapment, maybe dysfunctional relationships, sex addiction, gambling, whatever you use to distract yourself. It looks like you guys are coming out of that. And with the world being the clarifier, one of the energies of the reading, it's like you could be coming out of an entire lifetime of dysfunctional relationships. And some of you could be in recovery from alcohol, drug addiction, sex addiction. It's like you got tired of this way of relating and you got yourself out of the situation. It looks like, yeah, you're moving into a much better place, but there is some type of completion. You see, in the Wheel of Fortune, we saw the 4 winged creatures. They were studying and reading something. Now their backs are turned. You see the Scorpio. Some of you could be dealing with the Scorpio. That's the Aquarius up there, the truth seeker, the bull. All fixed signs are the Leo. Some of you guys could be dealing with somebody that there is some type of completion with. And not only is there a completion with them, it's a completion with that type of lifestyle, that type of living, because you guys have found some type of work that you're putting your passions in. Usually the Doreen Virtue deck, I read the way Doreen Virtue reads it. She looks at the 3 of coins as being like an artist. So Some of you could have been wanting to pursue some type of artistic endeavor for a very long time. And Geminis, you guys are working really hard on something. And whatever this is, it can succeed with hard work and good planning. So it looks like some of you may have already received recognition, or some of you will receive recognition or an award for your talents and skills. And now the sun is my famous card. And sometimes the world with those two cards can represent the world wide web. So some of you could be maybe selling your gamings on the web. Maybe you're a broadcaster on the web. Maybe you're just selling something overseas. Maybe you're building some type of business, and it's like you're focusing this focus on this work. It really involves your passion. It may not be your passion to the T, but it most certainly involves your passion and something that you're pretty good at. Yeah. Now some of you use the toxic relationships and unstable relationships to medicate the fact that you weren't doing something about your talents and that you wanted to move forward in life, but you just couldn't. And so you got into these toxic situations or addictions in order to medicate the painful reality of not being in your purpose and aligned with your authentic self. But now that you're moving towards the thing that you're here to do, especially with the sun next to the 3 of coins, that's pretty powerful. Some of you could have released a movie. Some of you could be in the movies. Some of you could have released a book. Maybe you're launching a world, I don't know, maybe you're doing some type of seminar, conference, or you're going to be but that's kind of like, yeah, you're going to be in front of people. That's a famous card. Maybe you guys are working on things that you've been trying to work on since you were a child, but third-party situations just kept on blocking you. You just kept on getting involved with these idiots, people that kept distracting you from your true purpose. But it looked like since you guys are now in it, some of you at least kind of deep, you're thinking about maybe more permanency in relationships. Maybe some of you chose these relationships that weren't 100 on some subconscious level because of this passion, this work that you really wanted to move forward towards. You may really benefit from joining some type of organization or group too. And also just kind of remember to be a team player, cooperate with others. But I see some of you creating something beautiful. And you're already working on it because we're in the earth. Some of you, there's a lot of earth around you guys. There's a Leo again. There's another Capricorn because the world is ruled by Saturn. Excuse me. Yeah, so some of you are creating something beautiful or of really high quality. And I see you moving up in your career. You could be teaching others a skill. And whatever you're doing with your time management, you got it down packed because you're producing results. You got the twins. The twins are in agreement with each other. They know that you're going to have to buckle down and do things. And they're doing it their way, but it's getting done. And it's getting done on a regular basis. And you're going to start seeing the products or the fruits of your labors. Especially financially, you're going to get some good financial news, but it's a page, and we were at a 3 of coins, so it's not quite at a 4, but hey, if I was going up a bunch of stairs, I wouldn't want to start at step 3. I want to start at step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. So I see that there's just going to be some type of consistency, with you. And this is amazing for for air sign to have this level of concentration on some type of project or work is pretty serious. To come down from the air to the earth, because things are being produced in November and other people see it and they're recognizing your work as high quality. So it looks like whatever this project is, you guys can do it with good planning and hard work. Again, some of you may receive a recognition. You see? Well, you guys are going to be coming up in your career. And the main reason for this focused concentration is because, your heart got a little hurt from this toxic situation. that you really had no business being in. It was a lot of mind games, a lot of head games, a lot of mind games, and it was ruled by something evil. It wasn't someone who was in alignment with your authentic self, but it's okay, because sometimes those people need to be attracted to, it feels like a soulmate, because the hurt feels real, the struggle was real. Okay, so this soulmate came in, and the main purpose of this soulmate was to direct you back to your purpose. And it looks like your purpose is exactly what some of you are involved in, because you feel passion for this, alive, almost like a completely different person. And you're moving towards good news about financial things. Some of you could be moving into some type of study. Okay, gotta wrap this up. Now, the person who you shut the door on is or this could be interchangeable, but this was the outer influence. So whoever you guys whoever you guys shut the door on, they think you're a really cruel person, you know, and that you only thought about yourself. Because I see that there has been some communication that is completely stopped. And they feel, rather lost. Maybe they feel really lost without the friendship, because they felt like, if anything, you guys were friends. And it was like, actually, no, we're not, because you're of the devil. And yeah, right. And this is bad for me. This is not good for me. It brings out the worst in me. Whenever you see the devil, there's nothing good about that. Because it's toxic, and it's there to kill, steal, and destroy you. And so you got to find out, why am I attracting destroyers? Who tried to destroy me? And I'm trying to resolve this by acting out the situation, as opposed to just kind of having my feelings about it and processing through it. Because this person is not a good person. I'm sorry. But they're not. In fact, your crowning card is the Lover's Reverse, which talks about fantasy relationships and being attracted to sick situations that maybe change your brain chemistry, or maybe you are attracted. Some people are, maybe just addicted to some type lust, pornography, gambling, but they're saying that it's childish. And it looks like what you guys are doing is exactly what Chanel number 5 did when she started sewing. She used to do hats, and then her married lover, and her stopped going at Chanel number 5. Yeah, you have to. That string is for the phone. She and her married lover stopped dating, and one time they got into this really bad argument, and he left in a rush and died. So in order to deal with the mourning, she began to move towards her artistic passions, which was sewing and designing clothes. And in the movie, she was mourning the whole year that she first started sewing. So it looks like some of you could be in mourning, and you're using maybe your work, your creativity, as a way to move past these mourning feelings, because you're smart. And a lot of you, like I said, because you are moving towards your life purpose, you don't need to have this addiction as much, because you're doing the things that you were trying to numb yourself about because you weren't doing. And your final answer, well, actually, I didn't. The cards that are not on camera is the Ace of Pentacles and the Page of Cups reverse, which means some of you may be getting some communication from this person that you try to walk away from. It looks like they may be a little aggressive with reaching you, because they're very calculating. All right. So they're sitting back and they're watching you, seeing what you're going to do, because they can't believe, some of you who just bounce, they can't believe that you did it, because they're not used to people doing that, because they kind of got it like that. But yeah, the twins are like, what? Who? No, somebody really had your heart, but they just don't understand that, you guys' attention span is not that long. So, yeah, Anyway, Geminis, because you guys are growing up, basically. Something that might be happening astrologically. I don't know what's going on, but I see a maturation. In fact, your final card is the Temperance card, which Aleister Crowley, I kind of like the way Aleister Crowley decks interprets it. They interpret that as the art card. So this person has taken the Two of Cups and has taken it to such a mature level that God is in the relationship. The devil is out of the relationship. Spirituality is in the relationship. They're using their intuition. They want to get along with each other. So they're actually doing things that are best for the family. They are acting in a way that will promote emotional fulfillment and having a good family life with someone that you love. So some of you have found the person of your dreams, and it looks like you are going to mature the relationship. Okay, so you guys may be getting out of one thing and going towards something else. And it looks like you guys are with these two majors with the Ten of Cups. And to me, I interpret Temperance as the soulmate card. Yep, because of how I learned, how to read. My first teacher taught me through Aleister Crowley's deck, and I was taught the art card is a soulmate card because they take the Two of Cups and it goes into the hands of the angels. Okay, so it's not just some soul thing anymore, and it's not just the lust of the lovers. It's been tempered and moderated with self-control and time and maturation and prayer and evaluation and intuition and knowing when to shut up and knowing when to give this person time and, getting to know somebody and getting to know them mature, getting to know them in a way that it just promotes peace after peace after peace. So it looks like you guys are moving towards doing the things that you really want to do in your life. And so you're going to need stability for that. And it looks like somebody is coming in your life with whom you can build a stable long-term situation with. And I see you guys just kind of, mowing things out. This is not just a sexual situation. This is a spiritual connection that you have with someone. And whenever the Archangel Michael comes along and is holding cups, God is holding the cups, that makes me feel real good and safe. So somebody is safe. There is somebody around you that is safe, Geminis. Okay? Yeah, so I see you guys coming out of this situation that broke your heart. And it wasn't a wise decision to make with your heart anyway, but you just needed a distraction at that time, and that season is over. All right? So if you want a reading, go ahead and contact me. God, this tape is so long. At LibraWoman77@yahoo.com. All right. God bless.